Ah, there you go. My mic was muted. My mic was muted. All right. Thank you for that. All right. So, uh, okay, so I'll go back since my mic was muted. I'll go back. You still starting JT over Sutton? Yes, I'm still starting Jonathan Taylor over Sutton. Rate these players from best to worst. We got A-Rob, Daryl. So I would rank them exactly how they are, except Christian Kirk over Rondell Moore. So exactly how they are, except Christian Kirk over Rondell Moore. Trade Saquon and Davonte for JT and Corey Davis. No, I'd rather have Saquon side personally. Yes. So we're back. We're live playing some golf again. Fournette or Zach Moss. So Gio was officially ruled out, right? I'm pretty sure Gio was ruled out. I'm going. Honestly, I like Fournette a lot this week, so I'm going Fournette. Devonta Smith, Beasley, Pittman, Woods, or Edmonds in PPR. Pick two. So for me, I'm going with Edmonds and Woods this week. Charlie. Thoughts on Tyson Williams? I mean, I like Tyson Williams. It's just they don't play him enough. You know what I mean? It's a little frustrating right now. Hurts or Herbert this week? For me, Herbert. Should I trade Mike Davis for Jalen Hurts? I'm starting Kirk Cousins today. What would you suggest? I mean, I'd probably just keep Mike Davis. I guess I would probably. I honestly would probably just keep Mike Davis. I traded Taylor and Diggs for Zeke and Lockett. How do you feel? Honestly, that's pretty fair trade. I feel like that's pretty fair, like both ways. I'd probably rather have the Zeke side personally, but I think that's pretty solid. Elijah Mitchell, Henry Ruggs, Patterson at flex. Elijah Mitchell for me. I need a flex. We got Robert Woods, Cortland Sutton, Chase Evans, Elijah Mitchell if he plays. Out of all those guys, give me Cortland Sutton this week. Davonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell. Herbert or Brady? I have Brady one spot higher. I got those ones. Brandon Cooks or Mike Evans? PPR. I have Mike Evans. No, actually I might. I believe I have Mike Evans ranked higher. Yeah, I would go Mike Evans. Who to pick up to replace Gronk? Goddard, Tunyon, or Cook? I would go with Goddard. Sutton or Pittman? Sutton. Would you play Chiefs kicker or Titans kicker this week? I would go with the Chiefs. Start Elijah Mitchell, Myers, or Corey Davis. I would go with Elijah Mitchell. No, I would go with Corey Davis there personally. Emmanuel Sanders or Mike Davis? I would go with Mike Davis. Monday Night Football game prediction. Who do I think is going to win? I think the Los Angeles Chargers are going to win this week. Lamar or Herbert? Let me see. I think I actually have Justin Herbert one spot higher than Lamar this week. So I would go with Herbert. Start Carr, Cousins, or Tannehill. I would go with Cousins in our big money league. Is that Aaron Jones, Montgomery at RB2? Aaron Jones. And if I start Jones at RB2, Debo, OBJ, or Montgomery? I would go with Montgomery there. Mark. All right, got a lot of questions coming in. Hey, there's 20 people on YouTube right now. 0 likes. What's up with that? And there's over 150 people over on TikTok, but only 3 likes. Smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. If you're over on TikTok, we're live right now. Over on YouTube, just click my profile, link the link in, link tree, and it'll take you over to the YouTube channel. Calvin Ridley's going to be fine. Tannehill or Heineke? I would still go with Tannehill there, personally. If Josh Jacobs can play, do I start him over Tyson Williams? Yes, I will. Lamar or Stafford? I have Lamar. How do you feel about Sermon and Mitchell? I like Mitchell more. Do I start Ronald Jones or James Conner? Geez, that is tough. That's tough. I would probably just go with James Conner. He has a clear role there. Do I start Jacoby Myers or flex or put in Westbrook? No, I would still go Jacoby Myers. AB or Ayuk? or Ayuk? I have AB higher. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure though. Yeah, I have him higher. Zach Moss or Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders, Gallaudet, Damian Harris, or Ruggs? Give me Gallaudet. Should I be worried if my running backs are Mixon and Gibson and A-team? No, I wouldn't be worried. Where do you have Eckler ranked versus the Raiders? This week, I'm pretty sure he's in my top 5. I think he's 4th. Yeah, I have Austin Eckler 4th this week. Should I panic on George Kittle? No, I wouldn't panic. What do I do this week with Corey Davis? I can't start him. Got studs in. I mean, if you can't start him, that's fine. I like Corey Davis this week personally, but if you can't start him, don't start him. Sutton or Evans? I have Sutton higher. AB or Michael Carter? AB. I start Brady and have Aaron Rodgers on my bench. I drop for a running back. Ooh. So drop one of them? How many teams is that? 87 RJ. I traded Mike Davis and Javonte Williams for Thielen. How do you feel? I think that's fine. The Eagles aren't running the ball with Sanders at all, though. No, I know. Last week was brutal. I mean, the weeks prior, I think he was getting like 15 carries a game. So last week was really bad, though. I agree with that, and I don't think that they make that mistake again. That was absolutely stupid on their part. That was so bad. OBJ or Sutton? Let me double check that. They're probably really close for me. I have Sutton one spot higher than OBJ this week. But I do love OBJ. Damian Harris or Rondale Moore at flex? Ugh. I'd probably go Rondale Moore. I really don't like Damian Harris at all this week. Mike Davis or Cordell Patterson? Mike Davis. Pick up Tim Patrick and put Shepard on IR. Yeah, I mean, if I would do that. Damian Harris. No, I got that one. When do you think Jerry Jeudy will come back? And when he does, how good will he be? I really don't think we're going to see Jerry Jeudy like that great this season. I mean, I loved him in the beginning of the season, but high ankle sprain, dude, those linger on forever. So I just think that he's not going to be quite the same player, but I think he comes back in a couple of weeks. Chase Edmonds or Tony Pollard? Chase Edmonds, Mike Gesicki or Logan Thomas? I believe, yeah, Logan Thomas I think I have higher. Logan Thomas. Will Fuller, Marquez Callaway, Trey Sermon, and Myles Gaskin, Elijah Mitchell, or Cordell Patterson. If it's PPR, like full point PPR, I'm going to go with Cordell. Otherwise, I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Dak or Jalen? Dak. Start Odell or Lockett on my flex. Lockett. Let me just pull this over here because we're already at the point where I can't keep up and play at the same time, brother. Pick 2. We got D-Hop, Brandon Cooks, or Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp and D-Hop, Tyler. Should I start Odell or Lockett in my flex? Lockett. I got those ones. Should I drop Michael Carter for Rashad Bateman? Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I probably would, honestly. Bench D-Hop this week versus Ramsey for Pittman. I would still go with D-Hop, personally. Brandon Ayuk or Curtis Samuel? Brandon Ayuk. Start OBJ or Lockett? Lockett. Bench D-Hop? No, I wouldn't. Sup, brother? Full point PPR. CEH or Elijah Mitchell? CEH. Should I trade James Robinson, Mike Williams, and TJ Hawkinson for Saquon Hopkins? No, I wouldn't do that trade, Mike. Pick 2, D-Hop, Cooper Kupp, or I would go with D-Hop and Cooper Kupp. Miles Sanders, Deontay Johnson, Elijah Mitchell at flex. For me, is it PPR? If it's PPR, I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson this week. Bench D-Hop this week? No, I wouldn't. Saquon or Lockett at flex? Lockett. Was it smart to drop Rondale Moore for Rashad Bateman? Yeah, because I think Rashad Bateman is going to come back and play a lot more snaps. Can I trust A-Rob versus the Lions, or do I play Emmanuel Sanders? No, I would go with A-Rob. A-Rob, and if you aren't already over there, we're over on YouTube right now. If you're over on TikTok, YouTube, just click my profile. Click my link tree in my profile. It'll take you over to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button over on YouTube. Hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And if you're over on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow because I'll be doing an only TikTok live stream soon, later today. Kirk or Nick Westbrook? Honestly, I would go with, that one's really close because I believe I have those guys ranked right around each other. I would still go with actually I would go with Nick Westbrook. Those two guys are ranked right next to each other for me. I need to update my rankings for Nick Westbrook a little bit because I do like him a little bit more. Aaron Jones or Justin Jefferson, Pittman. Aaron Jones for Justin Jefferson, Pittman, and Davonte. No, I would keep Aaron Jones. Miles Sanders or Kenyon Drake? Miles Sanders. Can I trust A-Rob? Yes, play him. How do you feel about Pitts this week? I mean, if you have Pitts, you're playing him. Unless you have a really good option. Where is Pitts ranked for me? Let me double check my tight end rankings. I have Pitts at 7. So, I mean, unless you have a top 6 tight end, you start Pitts. Moss or Sutton this week? Sutton. Thoughts on Hendo? I'm a little nervous about Henderson this week. Okay, I need to see if now it's going to be a split. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm a little nervous. That's why he's outside the top 20 for me this week. Who do you trust more to break out, Rondale Moore or KJ Osborne? So I guess I think Rondale Moore is the better player, but KJ Osborne's just playing more snaps. Rondale Moore needs to see more snaps before he actually breaks out. Has another really good game. Tannehill at Jets or Matt Ryan at home versus Washington. I probably go with, honestly, still Tannehill. Pittman or Hunt? Hunt. Amari Cooper or A-Rob? Let me double check that, actually. Who do I have higher? I believe Amari Cooper. I have Amari Cooper 1 spot higher than Allen Robinson. So, Pitts or Logan Thomas? Pitts, Pittman or Hunt? Hunt. A-Rob and Henderson for CEH and Davonte. I'd still probably go. I'd stick with the A-Rob side personally. Davonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell? Elijah Mitchell for me. Do I pick up Higbee or start Fant because Gronk is out? I would go with Fant. Let me double check my rankings, but yeah, I would go with Noah Fant. I mean, I have Noah Fant at 9, Higbee at 10. So, Miles Sanders or Melvin Gordon? Miles Sanders. Danny Jones or Taylor Heineke? I'm going with Taylor Heineke this week. I like Taylor Heineke this week. 12-team PPR. Keep Tom and A-Rod or Davonte 1 for a running back? Or drop 1. Okay, I'm sorry. I would probably drop 1, honestly. Well, it's 12-team. I would try to trade 1 to a quarterback needy team. I'd probably just keep them on my bench right now and try to trade 1 of them. Keep working the trades. I traded LaVisca and Tyson Williams for Lockett. Is that a steal? Absolutely. Pick 2, Henderson, Gaskin, Fournette. I'm going to go with Fournette, and I'm going to go with Henderson. I have Cole Beasley and Allen Robinson as my wideouts, and Davonte at my flex. That's solid. Thoughts on Henderson for whole season? He has a super easy schedule moving forward. I mean, I like him. I kind of want to see what happens this week with him and Sony Michel now in the lineup, because he's a little bit banged up. So, I mean, I love this offense and I love this team. Don't get me wrong. Henderson, Gaskin. No, I got that one. Henderson and Fournette. This one's tricky. Pick 2 for flex. I got Kyle Pitts, Fournette, J.D. McKissick, Devontae Smith, Tim Patrick, Waddle. I have AB. So who I would go with Fournette, and I would go with Devontae Smith personally. AB or Michael Pittman. I believe I have AB ranked high. That's probably really close on it. Let me check. I have Antonio Brown 2 spots higher. So Antonio Brown. Does Hawkinson bounce back? Yeah, I believe so. Start Christian Kirk or Marquez Callaway at flex. Let me check. Who do I have higher? Christian Kirk or Marquez Callaway? I have Christian Kirk higher. Receive Hawkinson and Boyd. Send Josh Allen and Deontay Johnson. I mean, who are you starting at your quarterback then? Who's your tight end now, Ian? That's hard to say. Emmanuel Sanders or Jacoby Myers and Zach Moss or Peterson. So I would go with Zach Moss or Patterson. That's Patterson. Emmanuel Sanders. I would go with Jacoby Myers and Zach Moss. Trade Davante Adams for Mike Williams and Calvin Ridley. Yeah, I would do that. Dalton Schultz, Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth. I have Dalton Schultz the highest. Hines or Tyson Williams? If it's PPR, I'm going to go with Hines, personally. You know why I'm here. Why are you here, Saklan? Hey, what's going on, Saklan? And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button for me. And also, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Really appreciate it. If you're over on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube right now. All you got to do is just click my profile. It'll take you to my link tree, and then the link tree will take you over to the YouTube channel where you can get your questions answered. It's not as busy over on YouTube right now. Let's see. Think Gibson is going to have a good week. I do think Gibson's going to have a good week this week. Traded Terry and Deontay for Tyreek Hill, W. I mean, if you have, like, really good depth and you're just looking to get studs, yeah. Any idea why Elijah Mitchell is only projected 4? I'm not sure. Where's he projected 4 on? What site is that? Pick 2, Chuba Hubbard, Fournette, Henderson. I would honestly go with Hubbard and Fournette, just because I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Henderson yet. What did you eat today? I knew it was what did I eat. I knew it. I ate some eggs, some grapes. That was about it. Honestly, I haven't really had a whole lot to eat today. What did you eat today? Who should I pick up since Gronk is out, 12-man league? I mean, it depends on who's there. Guys that I would be looking for are like Conklin. Dan Arnold already played. So Conklin, Dawson Knox, Jared Cook. Those are kind of guys that I would be looking for. Jalen Hurts or Dak? Dak. Do I trade Eckler for Gibson and Diggs? Yeah, I would take it, Gibson and Diggs, yeah. Start OBJ, Robert Woods, or Kenny Gallaudet? OBJ for me. I have Ridley, McLaurin, and Kupp as my flex. Do you trust all 3 this week? I like all 3, yeah. Jacoby Myers or A-Rob at flex? A-Rob. Chuba Hubbard or Chris Carson? Chris Carson. Tunyon or Conklin? Actually, let me double check that. I probably have Tunyon. Yeah, Tunyon's 1 spot ahead of Conklin. For me. Receive Pitts, give Higbee, and CEH. No, I wouldn't do that. I would keep CEH and Higbee. Pick one at flex, Ruggs, Damian Harris, or pick up Westbrook. Honestly, I would go with Westbrook there, Julio. Thoughts on Miles Sanders this week? I think he bounces back. I mean, I know the team literally didn't give him a whole lot, but I think he bounces back. All right, Saklam, what's up? Give me your 5 bold predictions this week. Mine is Hubbard is a top 10. Kyler Murray has 400. Ooh, that's a lot. Cooper Kupp bust. Oh, he's going to bust. I mean, he has to at some point. Diggs has a breakout. Eckler gets 25. So I would have said that, and I'm still going to use this, okay? I would have said that James Robinson has a really good game. I would have said scores over 15 fantasy points. What else would I say? I don't know what my bold predictions are. I got to think about this stuff. I'll come back to you. Hold on. Let me see here. I'll look at some stuff here. Oh, I guess bold. I don't know what's really bold, but I think that Odell has a really good game. He not bounces back because he just continues on and he looks like a wide receiver 1. I think that Allen Robinson has a really big game this upcoming week. I think the whole Bears offense bounces back in a big way this upcoming week. And Robert Woods, I'll go with what you said. Cooper Kupp bust, so Robert Woods shows out this week. There you go. There's some. Javonte Williams or Sanders, or Jamal Williams or Sanders. I would go with Sanders. Javonte Williams or Sanders. Sanders. Should I trade A-Rod for Matthew Stafford? I would keep it out. Or A-Rod? Oh, yeah. I would want Matthew Stafford. Jamal Williams or Sanders. Sanders. DJ Moore and Terry for Diggs and Higgins. Yeah, I would do that trade if I'm getting Diggs. I would want the Diggs side. Start Gallaudet or the rookie for Tennessee. Gallaudet. Russell Wilson or Stafford this week? I believe I have Russell Wilson. Let me double check. I have Russell Wilson 1 spot ahead of Stafford. Who do I start? Conklin, Goddard, Higbee, or Ertz? For me, I'm going Higbee. Hey, bro, how's it going? Hope all is well. How you doing, TJ? Hope all is well with you. Thank you. Should I trade A-Rod for Matthew Stafford? I want Matthew Stafford. Devontae Smith or Antonio Brown? For me, let me see. That one's really close too, I'd imagine. I have Devontae Smith. No, I have Antonio Brown. What should I look to improve? 12-team PPR, Tom, Henry, Cook, Allen Robinson, Debo. I mean, I guess the really only thing is tight end. It depends on what exactly you... Like, I would go out and try to target, like, Mike Gesicki right now. Hunter Renfrow or Peyton Barber if Jacobs is out. I would go with. I'm honest. I'm gonna go with Peyton Barber. Jamal Williams or Sanders? Sanders. Russell Wilson or Stafford? Russell Wilson's one spot higher than Stafford this week. Jamal Williams or Sanders? Got that one. I got these ones. I might be a little bit down there. Oops. I was a little bit. I wasn't too far down. I will never root for Russell Wilson. I met him at Los Angeles airport and he didn't bother shaking my hand or taking a picture with me. He got his Lamborghini and drove off loudly. Really, Saklan? That really happened? That's pretty crazy. Wow. I figured he would be nice. That's pretty crazy. Why do I see Henry busting this week? No weapons on the Titans offense, and I can see. I feel like he's going to go off, personally. But hey, you never know. And if I didn't answer your questions, please feel free. Ask it again. I'm going to start down at the bottom and work my way up. But just ask it again. And if you haven't already, make sure you do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Helps grow the channel. Appreciate everybody on TikTok. All you got to do is click my profile and then click the link tree. And the link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Come over here. I'll be going live later today on TikTok, just TikTok exclusively. So make sure you hit that follow button if you're over on TikTok. All right, let's get it. So I'm starting down at the bottom. Let's see. Knox or Schultz? For me, I have Knox one spot higher. Hurts or Brady? Brady. Kyle Pitts or Logan Thomas? I believe I have Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts still higher. One more. Lamar or Derek Carr? Lamar. Rest of the season, Marquise Brown or T. Higgins? T. Higgins. Sermon or Javonte now that Mitchell is doubtful? Oh, Mitchell's doubtful? No! Elijah Mitchell is doubtful now? Didn't he practice all week? Wait, where did you see? Was this just recent? Was this breaking news? Is this breaking news right now that he's doubtful? Dude, that is so lame. All right, let me know. I traded Lockett for Tyreek Hill. Did I win or lose that trade? I'd rather have Tyreek Hill personally. Should I trade Julio for Zack Moss? I probably wouldn't do. That's like if you're desperate for running back help, do it. Miles Sanders or Daryl Henderson? I saw it on 49ers practice report. I thought he was questionable this week. Well, we'll know, I guess, here tomorrow. What are they saying right now? Let me see. Where's Elijah Mitchell? Let me see this real quick. Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, I thought he was questionable. Okay, I could be wrong though. Start Pitts or Gronk. Gronk is out. Isn't he officially out? I would go with Pitts. Pick one. Corey Chase, Myles Gaskin, or Marquise Brown. I'm assuming that's Corey Davis. I would go with Corey Davis. Ayuk or Tyson for rest of the season. Ayuk for me personally. Chuba Hubbard or Miles Sanders this week. Miles Sanders. Chuba Hubbard, Robert Woods, or Mitchell at flex. Chuba Hubbard. Are you starting Javonte Williams if Melvin is still questionable? I mean, I would start Javonte Williams if Melvin Gordon is officially out. Otherwise, Javonte Williams is like I forget what he is, like RB 20 something, mid 20s. Miles Sanders or Daryl Henderson. Miles Sanders. Pittman or Jalen Waddle long term. I would go with Pittman. Miles Sanders or Daryl Henderson. You didn't answer me. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders. Let's see. And if I didn't answer your question, please feel free. Ask it again. Hurts or Herbert? Herbert. I love Herbert this week. Let me go back and pick some more of these ones. Start Jacoby Myers, Deontay Johnson, or Devontae Smith. I would go with Devontae Smith personally. Or I would go with Deontay Johnson. I'm sorry. Deontay Johnson. And start Cordell over Mitchell. If Mitchell's playing, I would honestly play Mitchell this week. Russ or A-Rod? I believe I have Russell Wilson. Let me double check this. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers. Pick one to start at flex. Amari Cooper, Hubbard, Deontay Johnson, Ayuk, or Hollywood Brown. Just one out of all of them, Amari Cooper. Which two should I trade? Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase, Michael Thomas, A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, it depends on what your situation. Like, if you need to win right now, I would look to trade Michael Thomas and A.J. Brown since they're not healthy. But if you're okay, I mean, that's what I would do. Corey Davis or IU, Corey Davis. Myers or A-Rob, A-Rob. Hines, Mitchell, Singletary, or Tyson, pick 2. For me, Mitchell, as long as he plays, and Hines. Robbie Anderson, Marquise Brown, Brian Edwards, pick 1. Marquise Callaway. That was Marquise Callaway. So, Kels, I would go with Marquise Callaway. Drop Shepard for LaVisca. I would, yeah. Now that, I mean, what's his face is out. Is he out for season? Did they say he's out for season? DJ Chark. I would go with yeah, I would pick up LaVisca. Pick 1. Corey Chase. Is this Corey Davis? Who's Corey Chase? I'm sorry. Rodrigo. I think it's Corey Davis, right? Myles Gaskin. I would go with Corey Davis. Mike Williams, CD, D-Hop, Allen Robinson, and Pittman. Which 3 should I start? Mike Williams, CD, and D-Hop. Chuba over Javonte if Melvin Gordon is out, right? If Melvin Gordon's out, I would go with Javonte Williams, personally. Knox or Muth? Fryermuth. I would go with Dawson Knox, personally. Dawson Knox. Oh, no. What happened to TikTok? Oh, no. What happened on TikTok? It stopped. That wasn't supposed to happen. I need to turn off my That's why, because my notifications keep popping up over on TikTok. What is going on with my phone? It is such a piece of garbage. You piece of garbage. All right, there we go. Now we're live back over on TikTok again. What are the odds Dalvin Cook plays tomorrow? I think didn't he practice all week? I think he's going to be good. Chase Edmonds or Daryl Henderson. That one, I'm still... If it's like full point PPR, I'm going Chase Edmonds. I have Bateman and Curtis Samuel on IR. I have to drop them or move them to the bench soon. Should I drop Emmanuel Sanders or Jacoby Myers for either of them? I wouldn't. For Rashad Bateman, I would do it for... like, you have to do it by this week slightly, or can you wait a week? So if Elijah Mitchell is playing, should I play him in the flex? Yes, Julio, I would. Russell or Cousins? Who do I have higher? I believe, who do I have higher? Oh, yeah, I have Russell Wilson. Last night was rough for me. Marvin Jones should have listened to you. Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought Marvin Jones was honestly going to have a really good game. And especially if DJ Chark went out, I'm really surprised he didn't do a whole lot more. Like, he didn't really do that much. Gaskin, Davis, Chuba Hubbard, CEH at my flex. I would go with, out of all of them, CEH. So, yeah, I was honestly surprised that Marvin Jones didn't have that good of a game after, you know, DJ Chark went out. Ayuk or AB? AB. JD McKissick or Sony Michel? I know both. Honestly, I would go with Sony Michel. I think that there's going to be a little bit of a split here. I can't wait if I don't make roster changes. Oh, wait. Okay. So what I would do is, I don't think either one... Oh, okay. So, I mean, so who is that? Slightly. So is your roster, like, are you set? Is your lineup set? And if you don't make any roster changes, like, your lineup's set, right? As long as it's set, what I would do is wait till after this week. Maybe somebody gets hurt, and then you can drop them and then make room for the other guys. That's what I would wait for. As long as your lineup's set. With Curtis Samuel coming back soon, does that hurt Terry a lot? No, I don't think so. I think it'll actually help Terry, because it'll just give them someone else to worry about on the offensive side of the ball. AB or Corey Chase? So, Rodrigo, like, this is... Do you mean Corey Davis? I don't know who Corey Chase is. I think you're putting two players together. You're putting Jamar Chase and Corey Davis together. And Jamar Chase already played, so I'm assuming you mean Corey Davis. So I would go with, personally, Corey Davis out of those two. Trade OBJ for Allen Robinson. Ooh, that's tough. That's really close. personally. I really like both those guys moving forward. Honestly, I would keep Odell personally. I honestly would keep Odell. Cooper Kupp ain't going to get 100 yards, 2 touchdowns every week, and there's going to be weeks where he gets like 40 yards and no touchdowns. Same with Kyler Murray. Not going to get you 35 fantasy points every week. No, I agree with you 100%. And I think that when that finally happens for Cooper Kupp, it's kind of when you see the reemergence of Robert Woods a little bit. I agree with you. Do you think that JT is going to have most snaps tomorrow because he's questionable with do you think he'll be fine? Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think JT will be fine. And this should be a really good game from him. This should be his best matchup as of yet. So I would go with him. Antonio Brown for sure. Yeah, me personally, I would go with Antonio Brown. Mario. My bad. I keep putting Chase for no reason. So who Oh, okay. So you mean Corey, right? So I'm assuming Corey Davis. So I'm gonna go with Corey Davis. Start standard Godwin or AB? For me, Godwin. Do you know if Antonio Gibson is playing? Did he practice yesterday? I think he's playing. I mean, I could be. Let me see. Did he practice on Friday? As long as he practiced and got in. Yeah, he got a limited practice. So yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be good to go. What's up, boys? Dak or Carr? For me, Dak. Curtis Samuel or Patrick. I would go with Patrick personally. Alex. Start 2. Or no, that's not Alex. That was Bruce. Bruce. Sorry about that. Bruce. Yeah, what's up, Bruce? Lamar, Aaron. Aaron. I would go with Lamar. Start 2. Saquon, Gordon, Elijah Mitchell, or CMC. I would go with Saquon and CMC. How many touches, receptions do you think Fournette will get with all the other running backs hurt and Gronk out? I think that Fournette's going to play a good amount of snaps. I don't know how many exactly, but I definitely think that he's going to be in on the passing down snaps, and then also see a decent amount of touches. I'd say like 8 to 10 possible rushing attempts, and then should see maybe like 4 receptions around there, like 14 total touches. He should be involved though quite a bit. Kirk, Cousins, or Moss? I'm going with out of all of them, Moss. I have Keenan Allen and Allen Robinson as my starting wide receiver. My flex are Najee and Saquon, but I have OBJ on the bench. Do I play him? No, I would go with what you have so far. Which, what's your top 10 QBs so far? So for this upcoming week, so my top 10 goes Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Dak, Herbert, and I want to move Herbert maybe one spot higher, but I'm like so wishy-washy on Herbert right now. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford. I have Aaron Rodgers at 11. Corey Davis, AB, or Pollard? Rodrigo, I would go with Corey Davis. What D would you go with, Titans or someone else? I would personally go with someone else. I really don't like. It's kind of like, okay, this is how I feel about the Titans defense. It's exactly what we thought Cincinnati, right? We thought Cincinnati's defense was going to be good, but Cincinnati's defense isn't good to begin with. So I just think that Titans defense is awful. So yeah, they're playing the Jets, but the Jets have been handed such a bad card to start the season. So I just don't like the Titans defense. I don't want to rely on them, being good just because it's a good matchup for them. No, this defense is awful. So I don't like the Titans defense, to be honest, but watch them go out and score the most points. Onion rings or mozzarella sticks? Mozzarella. I like, honestly, mozzarella sticks. You know what's really funny is that I saw this meme. Maybe you guys already know it, but it's really funny. It's like, here, have 5 cheese sticks in one sitting, and the person's like, nah. Or maybe it's like that Drake meme, and he's like, nah. And then it's like, oh, here, have 5 cheese sticks that are breaded and deep fried. And then it's the Drake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Drake meme, where he's like, nah, and then he's like, okay. And it's so true. It's like, would you really eat 5 cheese sticks in one sitting? That's so disgusting. But the fact that it's deep fried, breaded, and you dip in some spaghetti, some just what is it? Red sauce? I don't even know. It's so gross. What's for lunch? Honestly, I haven't eaten lunch yet. It's already 3. It's gonna be time for dinner. Deontay Johnson, Tim Patrick, or Michael Pittman flex. Deontay Johnson for me. Should I start Kyler or Hurts? Kyler for me. What do you have Cook rated? Like where I have him ranked? I believe where is Cook? Hold on, let me see. Cook is tight end 15 for me this week. Would you rather have pizza but never know the toppings, or wings but never know the sauce? That's tough. Ooh. Nolan coming in with the tough questions here. Actually, let me go back to Brian real quick. Who's having a bigger game with Gronk out, AB or Evans? I still think that Evans is like the alpha there. But I think all of them are viable this week. And Nolan, that's pretty tough. I think I'd probably go with pizza, though. I'd probably go with pizza. I do love wings and pizza, but I'd probably go with pizza. What are some defenses you think will do good? I got Titans, but I agree with what you said. So my defensive rankings, where are my defensive rankings? I'll tell you some defenses that I have ranked higher than the Titans this week. So I have the Dolphins, Ravens, Cowboys, Colts, Broncos, Packers, Buccaneers, Bills, Saints. Those are all the defense, Bears too. So those are all the defenses I have higher than the Titans. What do you think Adam Thielen and DK are going to do tomorrow? I mean, I think they're both top 20 plays. I like DK a lot. But hey, Adam Thielen's probably going to do what he does every week, and that's score another touchdown, you know? My team is Brady, Henry, Mixon, Keenan Allen, Robinson, Saquon, Najee, Pitts, Saints D, and Koo, and OBJ. Should I make a trade for a better wide receiver? No, I wouldn't. I think your team's really solid. I would keep it as is. I think Allen Robinson's going to bounce back. OBJ is going to be good for the rest of the season, so I like that. How do you think Evan Ingram will do? I really think this whole offense is going to struggle a lot, to be honest with you. I really don't like this whole offense for the New York Giants at all. I don't like this offense at all. I don't even really like Saquon this week. I really don't like this whole offense. The only one that I do feel comfortable more with their passing attack. I do like Kenny Gallaudet a bit. But other than that, I really don't like their offense. And if you haven't already, if you're over on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube. All you got to do is go to my profile, click my profile, and then it will take you to my link tree, and my link tree is in my description. Click the link tree, and it'll take you over to my YouTube channel. Come over here. It's not as busy, so you can get your questions answered. Let's get it back to it. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe. Hit the follow. I'm going to be doing just a TikTok-only stream later tonight. So let's get back to it. I saw, let me see. Should I start, where am I at? Oh, yeah. Should I start Hunter Renfrow or Sony Michel as my flex? Honestly, I would go with Sony Michel. Start 2 out of Allen Robinson, AB, Gallaudet, Allen Robinson, and AB. I saw people comparing Tyson Williams to Alex Collins. I hope the Ravens start leaning. I think he honestly should be playing a little bit more. That's just me personally. Patrick or Westbrook? I would go with Westbrook there. Start 2, Bryan Edwards, Zach Pascal, Corey Davis. For me, Corey Davis and Bryan Edwards. Davonte Smith, Allen Robinson, or Ayuk. AB and Davonte Smith. I traded Jamar for A-Rob and Elijah Mitchell. Good or not? Yeah, I like that trade, Nathan. You holding on to Madison or picking up someone else? I would hold on to him. Thanks, man. Much love. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck tomorrow. Hey, appreciate you hanging out, Twitch. Thank you. Pittman or Davonte Smith? For me, I have Pittman, like 1 spot higher. Derrick Henry for DK and Kelsey. I would do that trade if you need like a tight end. Gaskin or Patterson for my flex? Gaskin, Patterson. I would go with Patterson or Gaskin. Brandon Cooks, Cole Beasley, Devontae Johnson. Which 2 are you starting? For me, Deontay Johnson and Brandon Cooks. I see Ravens, Packers, Bears, Browns, Chargers on free agency. Which one would you recommend? For me personally, I have the Packers ranked the highest. Man, Julio going out hurts. Yeah, I mean, but what did you expect though? Like honestly, this is why I really didn't like him a whole lot, because he's hurt. Like, he's just been banged up so much. He's older now. Antonio Gibson or Jalen Waddle? Antonio Brown or Jalen Waddle? Antonio Brown. I'm playing someone this week who has Derrick Henry. How do you think he'll do tomorrow? Because I think he's going to go. Honestly, I think Derrick Henry is going to ball out tomorrow. Yes. I think he's going to go crazy. And you know what's going to be crazy is that you're going to see him involved in the passing game a little bit too. So I could see another game where he touches the ball like 40 times tomorrow. So good luck to you if you're playing Derrick Henry. Cooper, Jacoby Myers, Cooper. Which running back should I sit? Najee, Montgomery, or Taylor? Ooh. Honestly, Montgomery is the lowest on my list, so Montgomery. Gesicki or Dawson Knox for me. Gesicki. Tyler, my man, need help. What's up, Ozai? With my flex, we got my alternatives are Juju, Kenyon Drake, playoff Lenny, Elijah Mitchell, Pittman, or Tim Patrick. Currently have, but nervous about him. My alternative. Okay, so I would still go Saquon, but I'll give you a couple of guys that I do like. As long as Elijah Mitchell plays, I like him, and I really do like playoff Lenny this week without Bernard, so I do like him. Yo, what's up, Uzi? How you doing, my guy? Josh Allen or Russell Wilson this week? I have Josh Allen as QB1 this week. OBJ or Deontay Johnson, both teams. I like OBJ, personally. You think Nick Westbrook, Akine, I think that's how you say his second part of his last name. I could be wrong, though. Will get any decent touches, or do you think he'll go? Well, no, I think Westbrook's decent. I think he's, like, okay, I don't know it's decent, but he's right around like a top 40 play for me at the wide receiver position. He led the team in targets, I believe receptions last week after A.J. Brown went down. So, Antonio Brown or Jacoby Myers? Antonio Brown. Oh, or Patrick. Antonio Brown, Jacoby Myers for me. Higbee or Goddard? Higbee. I just traded Murray and Fournette. I just traded. Wait, what was that one? I traded Murray and Fournette for Herbert, Zeke, and Davis. Yeah, that was a good trade for you. Yeah, I like that trade. Kareem Hunt or CH for me? CH, bro. I have Lockett and Debo, but I'm tempted to start Debo this week. Get thirds on targets, and Lockett is iffy on targets. I'm nervous. Honestly, I would still go Lockett. Ryan D, thumbs up. Hey, appreciate you, brother. You can see another game where he gets. I'm gonna need all the luck. Appreciate the advice, bro. Hey, I'm just being honest. Like, I think Derrick Henry, without those receivers, they're gonna rely on him a lot, and he should feast. Full point PPR. I sent Eckler, Chris Godwin for Aaron Jones, Allen Robinson, and Tyson Williams. Yeah, I would want me personally, I would want the Aaron Jones side of that. Read an article on Yahoo on a rumor about A-Rod going to the Steelers next year. What are you thinking, man? I mean, if that was the case, I would love it, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I know, like, the Steelers media has been talking all about that. Some guys, so I mean, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I mean, I love it if it did, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Should I put Schultz in or Austin Hooper? Who do I have ranked higher? I believe Schultz is higher for me. I do like Austin Hooper. Dalton Schultz is one spot higher though. So, yeah, I do like Austin Hooper. What's good, Tyler? What's good? How you doing? I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. I'm going to butcher it, so I'll just embarrass myself. Gallaudet, Emmanuel Sanders, or Callaway? I like Gallaudet this week, personally. I got Nick Chubb for James Robinson. Is that a good trade? Nick Chubb? Yeah, I mean, I think that's solid. Honestly, though, I love James Robinson. Love him. Love him, love him. What's the thoughts on Josh Gordon? If you have a bench spot, end of the bench spot, go ahead and pick him up. I mean, I wouldn't start him anytime soon until I see some production, though. Keep Titans defense or pick up Dallas this week. Personally, I would go with Dallas. If Mitchell plays and I start him over Cordell Patterson, do I swap Cordell Patterson to wide receiver and start him over Deontay Johnson? No, I would start Deontay Johnson this week without Claypool. He's going to have like 90 targets. Jacoby Myers or AB? AB for me. How do you feel like Rodgers against the underwhelming Steelers defense? He should eat him up, but, okay, this is how I feel about this game. As a Steelers fan, the Packers should absolutely dominate the Steelers, okay? Okay, they really should. But there's just like this little part of me that's like, It's one of those things where it's like it's so good, it's too good to be true. Like they should. I mean, the Steelers defense are getting a couple key players back, specifically T.J. Watt, but it's just like he should eat him up. He should. But I'm just like a little hesitant, just because it's like this weird situation. I just get this little uneasiness of it for some reason. Like, I'm sure you guys, maybe not about that, but just about certain things where you're just like, it looks so good, but it's just like, I should play this player, but I'm just getting this like little question marks on the back of my head. So that's how I feel this week about the Packers. Or just the Packers, yeah. Does Lockett bounce back or OBJ? I would go with Lockett. Who are your top 3 tight ends for this week? My top 3 are Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, TJ Hawkinson. The only reason why I got Schultz in is because Gronk is out, or should I pick up Knox in? I do have Knox one spot higher than Schultz. So take it for, if you want to leave Schultz, go for it. At that point, you're just hoping to God somebody scores a touchdown. DJ Moore, CEH at full point PPR. For me, DJ Moore. Love DJ Moore. How do you feel about Kadarius Toney this week? I really don't. Me personally, I don't like that offense as a whole. I would stay away from it unless you have like Gallaudet, Saquon. I would really stay away from everybody else. I really didn't even like Kadarius Toney as a prospect, to be honest with you. Sutton or Moss? Sutton for me. One last one, Tyler. We got Antonio Gibson or Daryl Henderson. I'm leaning Gibson, but I know you love Henderson. I do love Henderson. Well, I would wait for Henderson just because I do want to see if he's going to actually like be the guy once again, or how the touches are, distributed against them. And I believe that this is going to be a really good week for Gibson. Start Amari Cooper or Deontay Johnson. For me, Amari Cooper still. Woods or Moss? I would go with, honestly, I would go with Woods this week in PPR. Start Chuba Hubbard or Jonathan Taylor. For me, Jonathan Taylor. Henry for Waller and Ridley. Ooh, you're giving up Derrick Henry? I mean, like, who do you have at tight end? Who do you have at tight end? And who are your other running backs? Hines or Moss in PPR? I would go with Moss. Javonte Williams or Jamal Williams? I would go with, I believe I have Javonte Williams ranked higher. It's pronounced Thumb. Okay, gotcha. All right, Thumb. I'll try my best to remember it. Thumb. I got it. Thumb. All right, one last one. Cordell Patterson or Gallaudet in PPR? I would go with Gallaudet. I would go with Gallaudet. What's your view about Jonathan Taylor versus Miami this week? If he plays bounce back game, I do think this is going to be a bounce back game for him. Yes, I do. I like him this week. I think if there's one week to play him, it's this week. It's this week, and you hope the best. And I just want to say thank you to everybody being a part of the live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, asking your questions. Appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're over on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you're on TikTok right now, YouTube's not as busy as TikTok. You'll get your questions answered. All you got to do is click my profile, go to the link tree. In the link tree is my YouTube at the very top. You'll see it. It says videos, YouTube videos. So click that. It'll take you over here. So, and if you guys, I should do a quick plug. And if you guys are doing any gambling this weekend and need a new site to get, a deposit match bonus, down to the description, BetUS, you can go over there, use their site. They have a sports book and a casino. Warren Sapp is their spokesperson. Use the link down below. Deposit $50, gives 125% deposit match bonus deposited into your account. So, BetUS, link is down in the description on YouTube. All right. So, Sutton or Pittman at flex? Sutton. Chester, Rogers, Westbrook, Ikine, Crowder, or Pascal? I would, honestly, out of all of them, give me Westbrook. If Kittle can't play, should I go with Evan Ingram or Conklin? I would personally go with Conklin. You think Mike Williams will keep... I think he'll be solid. I mean, I don't think he'll keep it up at the rate that he is, but he'll still be really good. My RBs are Henry, Cook, Mitchell, Patterson. My RB is okay. Yeah, I would probably do that trade, RJ. So stoked my Bengals are 3-1. They are. The Bengals looking good, huh? Bengals winning the division? They gonna win the division? Cook or Hines this week? Cook. Dalvin Cook. Cole Beasley or Amari Cooper this week? Amari Cooper. Justin Herbert or Sam Darnold? I'm going with Justin Herbert, absolutely. Need a flex and non-PPR, Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, Daryl Henderson, or Elijah Mitchell. So I would go with Daryl Henderson. I would go with Daryl Henderson out of all of them. Chuba Hubbard or Devin Singletary? Chuba Hubbard. Pitts or Conklin? Pitts. Emmanuel Sanders or CEH? CEH. McKissick, Patterson, Damian Harris, Trey Sermon. Choose one. Out of all of them, I would go with Patterson. Do I start Dalvin Cook this week? Worried about his injury? No, I would absolutely play him as long as he's playing. Fire him up. Corey Davis, Josh Jacobs, Gallaudet, or Elijah Mitchell. For me, this is tough. That's really tough. I like three of these guys, but personally, I believe I have Corey Davis ranked the highest. Let me double check. Yes, I would go with Corey Davis. Where's that one at? Which one was I at? That one. Nailed the name. Got it. Thank you. Dang it, I already forgot. Hey Thumb. There we go. Appreciate the advice. Thanks, man. Good luck. Hey, appreciate you hanging out. Thank you. Hubbard or Devin Singletary? Chuba Hubbard. Should I start Patrick or Kirk this week? I have Kirk ranked higher. I'll go Kirk. Trey Keenan Allen for Hill? Tyreek Hill? Straight up? Yeah, absolutely, I would do that. For Tyreek Hill, yes. I have Trey Sermon. I have Trey Sermon, Elijah Mitchell, and Pittman on the bench. Someone dropped AJ Green. Should I drop any of them, or I would keep the guys you have? Trey Sermon's stock is dropping, but I would give it one more week to see exactly what happens in this backfield. So I would keep Trey Sermon. Plus, I don't really like AJ Green a whole lot, so I would just stick with what you got. Should I trade Mike Williams for Davonte Adams? Absolutely get Davonte Adams. Justin Jefferson or Ridley this week? I believe I have Calvin Ridley. I have Calvin Ridley's 2 spots higher than Justin Jefferson. Jonathan Taylor Hines this week. Jonathan Taylor. Zach Moss or Singletary for the year? Ooh, that's tough. Right now, Zach Moss looks like their goal line back, so give me Zach Moss. If I invite you to my wedding, you coming and social? Hey, of course, man. Siklan, of course. And Siklan, no, that wasn't you. That was Yuki. Siklan, are you in Discord? Are you in Discord? Let me know. I don't know people's names in Discord and then on YouTube. It's so confusing. CEH or Peyton Barber if Jacobs is out. CEH for me. Rodrigo, don't trade Mike Williams for Davonte. Huh? You wouldn't take... If you're getting Davonte, you wouldn't take Davonte over Mike Williams? I absolutely would take Davonte over Mike Williams. Let's start a poll. Let's see. Trade Mike Williams for... Unless it's the other way around, then absolutely not. Let's see. Let's get that fired out here. Yeah, so Clan, down in the description is our what is it? Our Discord link. Click on the Discord link and it'll take you. It should take you. Otherwise, I'll get you how could I get it? Do you follow us on Twitter? If you follow us on Twitter, just send me a message on Twitter. Let me see. I got to go back up here. Deontay Johnson or Chuba Hubbard? For me, I would go Deontay Johnson. What do you think about A.J. Brown this week? I like A.J. Brown. Taylor Hurts or Hines? Taylor. Dawson Knox or Andrews? Andrews. Chase Edmonds or Chuba? Chuba Hubbard. My team is currently stacked, so my bench doesn't matter that much. But should I do Rondell Moore or Zach Moss? Or Rondell Moore or Singletary? Yes, absolutely I would do that. But Diety? I probably butchered it. Miles Sanders or Deontay? If it's full point PPR, I would go with Deontay. Otherwise, I would go with Miles Sanders. You absolutely want Adams. Yes. I thought he meant Adams. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if it was that way, absolutely not. Like, I absolutely want Davonte Adams. And that it is really confusing at times Not like calling anybody out or anything like that. But it's really confusing at times when people say, should I trade this person for this person? And it's kind of like, well, what side are you getting? I know that sometimes they say for, but sometimes it's a little confusing on which side gets which side. Let me see. I thought he meant Davonte. Okay, no, I got that one. I would take Adams all day. All day. I didn't mean to click no. Oh, Jake said no. Oh, no. No, just kidding. I have Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, and Amari Cooper starting my Brave. Deontay Johnson. Starting my Brave. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I would stick with who you have, but I do think that Deontay Johnson could have a solid week this week. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan. This is Ben's guy, so he could certainly have a solid week, but the Steelers' offense looks absolutely horrendous. They look horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Think Ayuk is startable this week? Yeah, I do think so. Can you do a poll for J.D. McKissic versus Sony Michel? I need the consensus. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see. Actually, I don't know. I got to end this one. I'm pretty sure that's what I got. And poll. And I think I got to wait a minute to start a new one. I'll do a poll. I just got to wait a minute. I think it's like a cooldown. Okay, now I think I can do it. There we go. So McKissic, or who is the other one? McKissic or Sony Michel. Let's see what everybody thinks. All right, what do you guys think? Let's see you vote for it. All right, and while that's being voted on, let me catch up the chat real quick. I need a flex standard. We got Damian Harris, Mike Davis, Mitchell, Gaskin, or Jamal Williams. Out of all of them in standard, I would go with that's tough. I would probably go with Mitchell out of all of them, as long as he plays. Russ over 1.5 touchdowns, Uzi says. Josh Allen over 1.5 TDs. Bills to win. Brady over 1.5 TDs to win. Chiefs. Oh, is that Chiefs win? 2.5 Chargers, Raiders over 42.5. Oh, that one. It's only 42.5. Or unless, is that like an alternate spread you're doing? Over 40.5. Plus 10 Broncos, Ravens. Over 31.5. Wait, who's plus 10? Who's plus 10.5? Colts or Broncos? Uzi. I mean, I do like that. I like those. Oh, okay. So is that Chiefs over Raiders? Is that what you have? So you're giving the Broncos 10? That looks solid to me. And you almost called it. You almost called didn't you call Jacksonville winning, Uzi? You almost got it. Deontay Johnson versus Green Bay or Brandon Cooks versus Bills. I would go with Deontay Johnson. Thoughts on Najee Harris this week? Should I lower my expectations on the catches in PPR? I mean, definitely, like, lower him a little bit. He's not going to get 14 catches every week, but he should definitely be involved in this offense 100% in the passing game. Brandon Cooks or Ayuk at flex. Brandon Cooks for me. What would you trade Nick Chubb and A.J. Brown for? Or would you trade Nick Chubb and A.J. Brown for Najee and Claypool? No, I would keep Nick Chubb and A.J. Brown. Who should I start my flex? Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Brandon Ayuk, or Hunter Renfrow, or Tim Patrick? I would go with, if it's full point PPR, give me Cole Beasley. Otherwise, Emmanuel Sanders. Or, no, I think Brandon Ayuk I have higher. Let me double check. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. Unless it's full point PPR, Cole Beasley. My man generally wanted to say thank you for helping everyone, but giving them free advice and reading everyone's question. Hey, no problem. You're welcome. All I ask is you hit that subscribe button, you hit that follow button. Appreciate you. We all appreciate it. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Any chance Big Ben is MVP this season? He's no chance. I joined my name. Okay, Smooshy. Okay, I got you, Seclan. I'll check you out then. I'll get you. There's like a private chat for like the actual members. So I'll get you in there. Trade Mixon and Robert Woods for Godwin and Carson and Standard. Trade Mixon and Robert Woods for Godwin and Carson. Yeah, I would do that trade. Ayuk or Davonte Smith? Davonte Smith. Kirk or Juju? Juju. You were right about it. James Robinson Thursday, man. You the man. Telling people, you need to go trade for him. Too late now. Ayuk or Davonte Smith? Davonte Smith. Heineke or Prescott? Prescott. Colts 10. Or Colts 10. Broncos over. Okay. Colts 10. Ooh. You're giving... Oh, okay. Plus 10. You're giving plus 10. All right. Broncos. What is that game at right now? The Broncos game? What? Oh, 31.5? Jeez, it should... I feel like it should... Hopefully it goes over that. That'd be bad if it does. Ayuk or Davonte Smith? Davonte Smith. Ayuk or Davonte Smith? Davonte Smith. Trey Sermon worth dropping? I wouldn't drop him yet. I would give it one more week and then drop him. Start Leonard Fournette or Damian Harris. Leonard Fournette. Thank you for the poll and everyone who voted. Pray for me. McKissick, Lord knows I'll need it. Good luck this week. Bengals defense this week was too good to be true. I agree. It was too good to be true. And that's how I feel like the Titans defense. I just feel like it's too good to be true. Herbert or Stafford? Herbert. Titans defense or Cowboys defense? Honestly, Cowboys defense for me. Drop Corey Davis, Sutton, or AB. Oh, you got to drop one? Out of all of them, I guess I would go with Antonio Brown, personally. Allen Robinson for Ruggs. I would want Allen Robinson. I'm screwed. I have Jonathan Taylor, Henderson, and backup Barber, or I could pick up Madison. Help. I mean, what I would do is I would keep Barber unless you have what's-his-face ruled out. If you have Josh Jacobs ruled out, then go ahead and drop Barber. Or if you have Josh Jacobs playing, then drop Barber, pick up Madison. Better defensive play, Packers versus Steelers or Dolphins versus Colts. Personally, I had the Packers. Why are you so low on Sermon, Bahia, and Mitchell? I mean, I just feel like everything that this team has done so far just speaks no confidence in Trey Sermon whatsoever. So, and everything that they've done speaks confidence in Elijah Mitchell. I mean, that's how I look at it personally. Like you have Trey Sermon inactive week 1, then week 2 gets hurt, but you have Elijah Mitchell leading the backfield. Then week 3, you have Kyle Juszczyk out snap him, and the touches are 12-9 in favor of Trey Sermon, but it's really close with him and Kyle Juszczyk. I just don't. And you have Elijah Mitchell get more touches than that in both games. So to me, it doesn't scream confidence with Trey Sermon personally. Jacoby Myers or Patterson for flex. For me, I would go with, let me double check. Where do I have? Here's Patterson. All right. I would go Jacoby Myers, honestly. Sit 1, no PPR. DK, D-Hop, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Oh my gosh. I guess D-Hop is the lowest on my ranking, so sit him. Standard scoring, Jamal Williams, Damian Harris are 9s. Standard scoring, I would go with Jamal Williams. Who should I start my flex? Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Brandon Ayuk, or Hunter Renfrow, or Tim Patrick? I would go with Cole Beasley, Owen, out of all of them. Who to start at flex? Allen Robinson, Edmonds, or Robert Woods? Allen Robinson. Tyson, Ayuk, or Kirk? I would go with, I guess Gaskin's the highest. I would go with Gaskin there. Man, the Ravens ruined my Tyson Williams and completely went against what they believe in and establishing the run. They got bailed out by Tucker. They deserved to lose that game. I agree with you. They passed quite a bit in that game. I agree, Siklan. Thanks. You're welcome. No problem. Schultz or Goddard? Goddard. Flex spot. We got Tim Patrick, Hollywood Brown, Myles Gaskin, or Leonard Fournette. Honestly, Leonard Fournette this week. I would go with Leonard Fournette. Best Steelers player in history. That's interesting. Best Steelers player in history. I mean, I think it's got to be Big Ben. I mean, in Steelers history, I would say Big Ben, just because of everything he's done. He's been with the franchise forever, But best actual player in Steelers history, I mean, it's hard. I can't really say like. Please do not spam chat, Matthew. Hold on, Ozai. Please do not spam chat. I would start one. Edmonds, Myers, or Chuba. Chuba Hubbard, Matthew. I gotta. Yo, listen. Please do not spam chat. I'll answer your question. Like, don't spam chat, please. Please do not spam chat. Yeah. So, Ozai, what I would say, like, if I'm looking for, okay, so in Steelers history, I would say Big Ben, just because of what he's meant for this franchise. Especially in the modern day era, what he's meant for this franchise. But in terms of like best player in Steelers history, I would say like either it's hard for me to say young, like older guys because I didn't get to watch them, but like guys that I watched, Troy Polamalu, I think would be the greatest player in Steelers history. Like in terms of the NFL as well, just player that has played for the Steelers. I think Troy Polamalu during his time was the best defensive player in the league in his prime. In his prime, he was the greatest player that I've ever seen at the a lot of people will say Ed Reed. Me personally, Troy Polamalu was such a more dynamic. Like Ed Reed was an absolute ball hawk, but I think Troy Polamalu was an absolute like havoc wrecker on the defensive side of the ball, and he could play anywhere on the defensive side of the ball, and he was a freak of nature. So I would say him. Let's see. So let me go back. Traded Chase Edmonds and Tim Patrick for Deontay Johnson. Did I win this trade? I think it's pretty fair. If you need a wide receiver, Deontay Johnson's a beast. Who do you think, Ozai? Rank this team: Patrick, Mahomes, D-Hop, DK, Jonathan Taylor, Henderson, Mark Andrews, Debo, Justin Tucker. Good or okay? I think it's good. What do I need to do? I mean, I would try. I don't think there's a whole lot you can do. I would just keep that trade. I would maybe pair like Debo and Jonathan Taylor and get like a top tier running back, like a top 5 guy, if somebody is willing to give that up. But otherwise, keep what you got. This ain't a TikTok stream, bro. He will answer your questions. Yes, I will answer your questions. You don't need to spam it like in TikTok because TikTok is just crazy. But I'll answer your questions as fast as I can. Should I trade Kelsey for Fant and Tyreek Hill? My current wide receivers are Evans, Kupp, and Ridley. Ooh. I'd probably like those wide receivers are really good. I would probably just keep was it Kelsey? I mean, obviously having Tyreek Hill would be beautiful, but like I just feel like your wide receivers are really good. I would just keep Kelsey and you'll be set at a position personally. Dawson Knox or Chester Rogers. Just play one and say a prayer. If I had to pick one, all right? If I had to pick one, I would go with Dawson Knox. Should I trade Patterson for Mike Davis or Madison for Mike Davis? I would want Mike Davis. My wide receivers are Keenan, D-Hop, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, and that's why I traded for Deontay Johnson because A-Rob and Robert Woods worry me. Oh, that's fine. I feel you. Caden, no problem. And if you have any other questions, please feel free. Ask them again if I didn't answer them. Also, if you're over on TikTok, you're still a champ. You're a champ. Come over to YouTube. It's not as busy. All you got to do is click my profile, click my description. There's a link tree. Click the link tree, and it'll take you to my profile over here on YouTube where we're doing a live stream. Appreciate everybody being a part of the live stream. It means a lot. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's, awesome just being able to talk fantasy football. It's awesome. It's awesome that people actually come and watch me talk fantasy football. So thank you to you guys. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's see. Where was I at? Should I trade for JT right now? I would try. Like, it depends on what you're giving up. Because here's the thing with Jonathan Taylor is that, like, everything other than a snap share looks decent right now. I know that the fantasy points haven't been there, but everything that you want to see out of a running back in terms of, like, red zone touches, well, I guess really his routes ran aren't quite there, but he's actually running decent amount of routes right now. And then touches, Like, everything else is really there besides the snap share. So if his snap share were to ever go up, I think he could be in line for, obviously, like, definitely a top 10 guy. But I don't think it's going to. I think he'll just keep splitting kind of with Nyheim. So, I mean, I would try to trade for him, but don't give up too much. Suck up Greg Joseph, or Nick Folk. I believe I have Suck up ranked the highest. I'll check my kicker rankings. I got my kicker rankings. Ryan Suck up. Yeah, Ryan Suck up. Saclayan. Or should I wait until after? I think Jonathan. So if you want to buy low, I would do it now because I think after this weekend, there's going to be no more buy low for Jonathan Taylor because I think he's going to have a good weekend. Managers won't be as panicked as much. So I think if you want to buy low, now's your opportunity. Pick 2, Jacoby Myers, Deontay Johnson, or Monty. For me, I would go Deontay Johnson, Monty. I would say Hines Ward because the stadium is named after him. Terry or Big Ben. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those are 2. I just think that quarterbacks in football are so important. So those guys, obviously. But they had an amazing defense, even like back then in the 70s, and then also like 2000s. It was amazing. Sutton or Henderson? Sutton. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Mike Davis or Juju for a flex? Me personally, I would go with Mike Davis. Do I trade Swift, Claypool, Shenault, Gaskin for Lockett, Sanders, Singletary? No, I wouldn't. I would keep Swift. Will Lamar Jackson play? Yeah, I think Lamar will be. I think he'll play. Start Waddle or Jacoby Myers? Jacoby Myers. Elijah Mitchell, Sermon, or Gaskin at flex? What should I do with Sermon? I would play Elijah Mitchell, but keep Sermon just one more week. After this week, if Elijah Mitchell is definitely the guy, drop Trey Sermon. Should I drop Trey Sermon for Myles Gaskin? No, I would drop Trey Sermon for Myles Gaskin. Absolutely. I asked Hurts or Herbert, and you said Herbert. Can you explain why? Because the Chiefs defense always, yeah, so I just think that Herbert, he's going to throw the ball a ton. This is going to be one of the highest scoring games of the entire weekend. It's not that I don't like Jalen Hurts. It's just I love Herbert just a tiny bit more. I mean, my quarterback rankings, to give you perspective, though, I have Justin Herbert 2 spots higher than Jalen Hurts. So I still like Jalen Hurts, but it's just I think that this game is going to be a very high-scoring game on Monday night with a lot of fantasy points in it. So I want a piece of it, and Justin Herbert, I would love to play him. Davonte Smith or whoever the top wide receiver for the Titans is. Davonte Smith. Damian Harris or Sony Michel this week? I would go with Sony Michel. Should I drop? Yeah, I got that one. I would definitely drop Trey Sermon for Myles Gaskin. I would want Myles Gaskin. Jacoby Myers, Brandon Cooks, Chris Carson, Ezekiel Elliott. Which one do I not play this week? Out of all of them, Jacoby Myers for me. Flex AB or Myles Gaskin? AB, personally. Should I? Yeah, I got that one. What are your kicker rankings? I mean, I'll give you my top 10, okay? Justin Tucker, Tyler Bass, Matt Gay, Harrison Butker, Daniel Carlson, Brandon McManus, Greg Zuerlein, Ryan Suckup, Matt Prater, Jason Myers. That's what my kicker rankings are. Top 10. Brandon O'Leary for my flex, Mike Davis, Henry Ruggs, or Elijah Mitchell. If it's PPR, I'm going to go with Mike Davis. Otherwise, I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Is Jacobs and Tannehill for Claypool and Carr a fair trade? I'd personally rather have a running back, so I'd rather have Jacobs. But I mean, do whatever you want. I think it's a decent trade, to be honest with you. I understand. Thanks, man. You're welcome. No problem. Should I start Amari Cooper or Henry Ruggs? Amari Cooper by a million miles. Watch Henry Ruggs have the better week, though. But I would definitely still start Amari Cooper, personally. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Once again, I'm going to say it again. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed. Really appreciate it. If you're over on TikTok, hit my profile, my LinkedIn, my link tree. It will take you over to my YouTube channel. Come on over. Also, hit that follow button if you're over on TikTok. I'm going to be doing a TikTok-only stream here in the next couple of hours, so make sure you check that out. And I'm going to say this. If you aren't, maybe, you're not signed up yet, hey, but you appreciate what I do, check if you're on YouTube right now, check the join button. There's different tiers to different things that you unlock if you join the Aspire Sports show. The team here and become a member. There's different members. You get a nice little plaque. You get your name different colored. You get priority chat. In chat, I always go to those guys first. So if I see your name pop up, 100% go to your name first. It's click the join button. There's different tiers. So let's get to it. Since we're talking top 10 wide receivers, my top 10 wide receivers are Davonte Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Calvin Ridley, DK, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Tyler Lockett for this week. Would you start West over since AJ Brown? Would you? I mean, it depends on who you start him over. I would start Westbrook. It just depends on your options. Best flex option: Antonio Brown, Michael Carter, or Terrence Marshall. Antonio Brown. Julio was out. Yes, Julio is out as well. So I would start Westbrook. It just depends on your other options. DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, or CD at flex. For me, CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. Start Rondell Moore, Juju, CEH, Chuba Hubbard, or Fournette. I need to play one. For me, it would be CEH. Is Will Fuller droppable? Don't have enough spots to keep him. If you want to drop him, I mean, go ahead. What to do, or what do you think about trading Dak because he's now in balanced offense? Only reason I'm hesitating as soon as I trade him 50 times. I mean, yeah, I think it's fine trading a quarterback if you have a decent option to get another piece. Absolutely. Gaskin or Knox at flex, I would go with Gaskin. I have Josh Allen and Diggs, so I'm really getting majority of the TDs. If you want to go with the stack there, absolutely, go for it. I would personally go Gaskin, but if you want to go with the stack, go for it. DJ Moore or Juju. Who should I start at flex? Cordell Patterson or Hunter Renfrow? I would go with Cordell Patterson. Who should I sit out of these three? Zeke, Clyde, and Elijah. I would go with Elijah Mitchell. Sit him. Sodded. Are you down on DJ Moore this week? No, DJ Moore is a wide receiver 13 for me this week. 1 and 2. If I go on 1 and 3, is my playoff hope slim? I mean, it's slim-er, but I don't think that you're definitely out of it by any means. No, I think that you can still get in the playoffs. It just now becomes really tight and no margin of error goes down a lot. Like you can't make any mistakes now, but I think that you can definitely still get in. Like, here's the thing. If we get one extra game this year, a longer season, things can drastically change in a matter of a week in fantasy football and NFL. So I don't think that you're out of it. Should I trade CEH and Jacoby for, look at that. We got a practice squad from Nikhil Patel. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. So let me know down in the chat if I'm saying your name wrong. So Nikhil Patel, let me know. All right. Appreciate you being a part of the practice squad. That's what's up. Now he gets a nice little badge next to his name. His name also changes colors. And if you aren't in our Discord, make sure you, if you're over on Twitter, hit me up on Twitter. Also, it should get you in the Discord automatically if you have a Discord. So, but if you're not in there, the link's down below as well. Appreciate you joining the squad, though. Appreciate you. All right, so where was I at? Should I trade CEH and Jacoby for my Higgins and McLaurin? I would do that. Yes, Trays. I would do that. Saquon or Damian Harris? Saquon. Should I try trading D-Hop? I'm not beating it this week. I'm saying overall. I mean, if you want to try to trade him, go ahead. But I would keep him personally. Your top 10 running backs this week. Yeah, let's get it. That's good. I appreciate your help. I wish you lots of success. Appreciate you signing up, being part of the team. Yeah, let me get here are my top 10 running backs this week. So, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler. I had Joe Mixon at 5. Rip. Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, Ezekiel Elliott, DeAndre Swift, baby, at number 10. You all know him. I love DeAndre Swift. I've loved him forever. Who should I start out of Waddle, AB, or Gallaudet? AB for me. Should I trade A.J. Brown away? If you're in a situation where you need to win right now, I would try to trade him away. I have Chester, Rogers, and Westbrook is available. Do I pick him up? I would personally want Westbrook out of them. I just traded Najee for JT, and moments later, he was announced questionable. What? Who's on IR? Who's on IR? Jonathan Taylor's on IR? What? Who's JT? I'm probably overthinking this one. Is he really on IR? Who went on IR? Oh, Quinton Nelson. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. Is he done for season? No, that is a big blow to that offensive line. Definitely. That's a massive blow to that offensive line. It's really unfortunate. Already for a team that wasn't looking very good, it doesn't get better with that. Absolutely. How do you feel about Cordell Patterson against Washington? I like him this week. I mean, he's like a border top 30 play for me at the running back position. Cordell Patterson, Javonte Williams, or Gaskin. Out of all of them, though, I'd still go Gaskin. That's good. I appreciate you. If I start CD at flex, should I trade DJ Moore or Brandon Cooks? My wide receivers are Adam and Ridley. I would just keep them, but I mean, if you're going to trade one of them, trade Brandon Cooks. Patterson, Myers, or CEH? For me, CEH. Should I trade Julio for OBJ? I would want OBJ, yes. Do I start Kyler Murray because he's playing the Rams or Tannehill because he's playing the Jets? Kyler Murray for me, personally. Traded A-Rob for Woods. Needed wide receiver bad. Wait, but you traded a wide receiver away to get a wide receiver, though, right? Unless it's A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers. If that's the case, I mean, that's fine. Is Chuba going to give me 15-plus fantasy points? I mean, can he? Certainly, but this Dallas defense has looked a lot better this season. So I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibilities. Can definitely happen. But I feel like more around like 12, 11. Should I start Jacobs this week or take a risk with Chuba Hubbard? I would go with Chuba Hubbard if you, regardless. How do you feel about Mark Andrews? I like Mark Andrews. I mean, I think he's fine. One of the better tight ends in the NFL, absolutely. And in fantasy football, he's a top, I believe, tight end 6 for me this week. My running backs are Zeke and Najee. So, who should I look to trade for if I trade Cooks? It's really tough because running backs are really, like, I feel like nobody really gives up a running back because running backs are incredibly valuable and they're also just a position that, you know, unfortunately suffers a lot of injuries. So if I have Cooks, I'm looking for, it depends on what you want to do. If you're just looking to get a running back, like that should bounce back and have a better season than what he has so far, Myles Gaskin is definitely one of them. But what I would do is I would try to take Brandon Cooks and maybe like another lesser piece and try to trade for like a middle tier running back, like in the top 20, like maybe back end towards the 20. A guy like possibly Miles Sanders, somebody like that. Darnold or Tannehill or Baker. Who do I have higher? I believe Tannehill might be right next to Baker though, honestly. Where's Baker? Baker. No, I have Tannehill. I'll go Tanny still. Should I trade Ridley for Gibson? If you need a running back, go for it. How often, or no, I got that one. No, which one? How do you feel about Marvin Jones rest of the season? I like him. I was really disappointed, though, with his performance. I was a little disappointed. If Zeke is injured this week, is Pollard a rest of the season top 10 lock and loaded RB? Absolutely. If Zeke misses the rest of the season, Tony Pollard is I would say like top 12, RB1. Absolutely. RB1 for the rest of the season. 100%. Tim Patrick, Ayuk or Callaway? Ayuk for me. Christian Kirk or Ayuk? Ayuk. I have a feeling, I missed a clan there. I have a feeling Chuba Hubbard will get like 70 carries and a 50-50 at a run-in TD, and we'll get you a solid flex this week. Yes, I do think Chuba Hubbard will be a solid flex, absolutely. For me, he's RB19, I believe. I think he's RB19 for me this week. Does Jonathan Taylor value go down since Quinton Nelson is out? I do, yes. I think so. I don't think this team is nearly as good as on the offensive line. I mean, they already haven't looked that good, personally, on the offensive line this season, and now you lose your best offensive lineman. That's a big blow. 100%. Just traded Chubb for Zeke and Pollard. I absolutely love it. Starting Myers and benching Woods, your thoughts? Hey, Do you? I would go Woods, but if you want to do it, go. Hey, do you? Go with your gut. Yes, Jonathan Taylor, but Colts could get a break for the rest of the season on their schedule. Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I'm not gonna panic absolutely on Jonathan Taylor, but it does go down. The biggest thing with Jonathan Taylor though is his work in the passing game. That's just the biggest thing. I mean, getting outsnapped by Nyheim Hines is not ideal. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing with Jonathan Taylor. Barkley, Sutton, or Allen Robinson. Pick two. I would go with Barkley, and Allen Robinson is one spot higher than Sutton. Robbie, Damian Harris, or Callaway. For me, Callaway. Barkley, Sutton, or Allen Robinson. I got that one. Should I trade JT for Gibson? I would want Gibson, yes. I traded Henderson for Godwin. Good trade. Yeah, if you need a wide receiver, I think that's solid. Higgins or Julio rest of the season? Higgins. Should I sit Saquon versus New Orleans or Zach Moss? I mean, I would start Saquon still, personally. Rate my team this week. Herbert, Eckler, James Robinson, McLaurin, Waddle, Andrews, Cordell Patterson. I mean, it's looking good right now. You got James Robinson. Oh, I got the hiccups. I think it's looking good, though. Sorry for putting two. No, you're fine. No problem. As long as you're not spamming it with like 20. Some people will spam it with like 20. That's a bit ridiculous. But if you put two, that's fine. Over or under Thielen, 5 receptions, 1 TD. I'm going to go under on the receptions. And TD, I'm going to go under. It has to stop. At some point, he can't keep scoring a touchdown every single week. It can't happen. It can't happen. Especially on 4 red zone touches or 4 red zone targets this year. He has 4 touchdowns. Unless this is the greatest duo in all-time history, it just cannot keep happening. Pascal or Westbrook? Westbrook. When Judy is back from, do I start him over Woods? I would give it a week just to see how Judy looks. I think he's going to be, it's going to be tough for Judy when he comes back. Traded Julio for Allen Robinson. Is that a good trade? Allen was on your... Yeah, I like that trade. Absolutely. Yes, I would have traded Allen Robinson. Yeah, I would have wanted Allen Robinson. Yes. Was a good trade to get rid of A.J. Brown. It's really hard to say who exactly, but I mean, I personally would try to trade him. Yes. I'm calling it, Tyler. Ole Miss beats Alabama. Ooh, you think so? You think so? If they don't, I'm gonna remember that, Ozai. I'm gonna remember it. It's hard to say who exactly to get rid of AJ Brown for because it's like I don't know your league. I don't know. Like what I would do is just if you're in a situation where you need to win this week, it's like I need to win. I need to get rid of AJ Brown. He's not helping me win right now because he's hurt. What I would do is go look for a team that's in like first or second place right now. Try to get AJ Brown give them AJ Brown because they can wait and they're more likely to do the trade and wait for him to come back. So that's what I would do. I can't really say who to target, but what I would do is go look for the team that's in first and second place, try to get AJ Brown. Yes, it's going to help the first and second team plays later in the season, but who cares? Because all you got to do is make the big dance. That's all it is. It's a week by week. Fantasy is week by week. Yes, you want to look at it season long, of course, but really, it's a week-by-week game that you need to win this week. What gives you the best chance to win this week? If that means A.J. Brown is off your team, do it. If you're starting at like 1-3 or something, then yeah, you need to do it. You need to make 1-2. You need to make a move. Over under Conklin 6 receptions. I'm gonna go with the under on 6 receptions already. 40 yards. I feel like that's a pretty solid yardage for him, honestly. Let me see here. What are his current projections here? I do think that's solid. 40 yards. I feel like that's pretty solid. I might go under still, but it would definitely be one that I would want to avoid. I would not want to make that bet at all. I don't feel good about that one. I definitely would not make that bet. But let me see Let's see. What are his projections? 30 30. Yeah, I would go with under. I would say in the 30s, but hey, we'll see. Allen Robinson or Zach Moss? Allen Robinson. Sutton, Allen Robinson or Zach Moss and flex? I would go with Allen Robinson. Damian Harris, J.J. Taylor or Tyson Williams? These are my only running backs. I would go with Tyson. Roll them out. Gallaudet or Deontay Johnson? Deontay Johnson. Should I start Mike Gesicki or Conklin or Will Dissly? I would go with Mike Gesicki there out of all those options. Mike Gesicki personally for me. Goddard, Cameron Brate, no Gronk, or Higbee? Higbee. Actually, let me double check because I need to make sure where I have Goddard ranked. Yeah, I would go with Tyler Higbee. Yo, should I trade Kenyon and Waddle for Higbee? My tight end is Tunyon. Yeah, I would do that trade. Yeah, I would do that trade. Who are some of your other buy low players, specifically running backs? You mentioned Gaskin earlier. Yeah, so I mentioned Gaskin. So in my video, who did I have as some of my buy low guys? I said like Dave Montgomery's a buy low. I would go with Gaskin. I would also go with Elijah Mitchell. James Robinson was also on the list. Now that's no longer. Who else? Like, those are the guys because nobody's really going to give up a running back personally. I guess Miles Sanders, I would put him on the list as well. But, like, outside of, like, those guys, like, it starts to just get really low. But, like, Myles Gaskin would definitely be somebody I would buy low. Even if he has a bad week this week, I'm still going to try to buy low on Myles Gaskin. And Ronald Jones. I'm going to buy him Ronald Jones. He's probably been dropped in a lot of leagues already. But I just believe in Ronald Jones as a player. He showed some really good flashes last year. So, if anything, you already have Gio out. If anything happens to Lenny Fournette, now Ronald Jones, the next guy up. On a really good offense, too. It's not like just saying, oh, next guy up, I want him. No, next guy up on one of the league's best offense. That's why I like him. Goddard, Cameron Brate, or Higbee. Was he? No, I got that one. DK or Ridley? DK for me. Is Sam Darnold a start? I mean, it depends on your other options. I really don't like, he's a top 20 quarterback for me this week, but it's not like I'm in love with him this week. Choose two. Debo. Here's the thing why I don't really like Sam Darnold this upcoming week that much. You're without CMC. I do think that's a massive blow to this offense. And also, Dallas's defense has looked legit this season so far. They actually have looked pretty decent. I know week one they got beat up a little bit by Tampa Bay, but Carolina is no Tampa Bay, okay? They're no Tampa Bay. Debo, Deontay, Allen Robinson, or Gallaudet. Out of those guys, I would go with Debo and Allen Robinson. Goddard or Deontay Johnson or Robert Woods. Deontay Johnson for me. What impact, if any, would Bateman have on the Ravens offense when he comes back? I think that he's going to be a really good impact to this offense. I think that he was a really good prospect coming out of college. One of the better prospects at the wide receiver position. So I think that he's going to have a big impact on this offense, to be honest with you. I really like Bateman. Thoughts on Ryan Tannehill? He's like in the middle of the pack there with me for around quarterback 16 in that range. Like right there with Taylor Heineke, Trevor Lawrence was in that range. I have Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, Allen Robinson, and Jacoby Myers as my wide receivers. But I'm weak at running back with Eckler, Damian Harris, and Sony Michel. Which running back should I trade for? So you have some really good wide receivers. What I would probably do is wait till after this week. And see what happens with Deontay Johnson and Allen Robinson, and then try to trade one of them. I think that they'll both have really good weeks this upcoming week, and I'll try to trade one of them. Who I would target, it's really hard to say who I would target, but you could do like a Damian Harris and a wide receiver for like a higher tier running back, and that's probably what I would do. Maybe if like Allen Robinson goes out there and has a really solid week, I would take him and Damian Harris and try to get like a top 15 running back personally. Maybe even like top 12. It depends on who exactly. How good of a bounce back game Allen Robinson has too. But if he really looks good, I think a lot of people are going to be like, man, I knew he'd be bouncing back. Good wide receivers to target for CEH. I mean, it's hard to say who exactly, but I would want it like a top 20 wide receiver just because I don't like trading running backs away personally. Over under D-Hop, 8 receptions and 1 touchdown. I'm going to go with under again. 8 receptions. I'm going to go under 8 receptions. That's a lot of receptions personally, so I'm going to go under. What are your feelings about the Denver backfield this week and going forward? Gordon banged up. Could this be the opportunity? Hopefully it's the opportunity for Williams. I'm hoping. I mean, really, Melvin Gordon's looked pretty decent this year and has been heavily involved in the offense, and he's a top 10 running back right now in fantasy football for that reason. So I believe he's top 10, isn't he? I guess it depends on the scoring. Let's see. I'm going to check real quick. But he has been pretty solid. Okay, standard, he's 11. All right, so he's a borderline top 10 guy. But I do think this could be a good opportunity for Williams. Yes. Lil Broccoli, Odell, OBJ or Robert Woods. Oh, I would go with OBJ. Cordell or Madison, Cordell. Under, over, Tyreek, 10 receptions. Man, these are a lot of receptions. I'm definitely going with the under once again. Not the receptions. I would even go under for the yards. And I would say he gets a tutty, though. What do you think about Kareem Hunt? I like Kareem Hunt, but it's just like, man, we're being robbed. Like, could you imagine Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb just on different teams, like not having each other to compete with? Like, that would be the dream. Those two guys are studs. I love Kareem Hunt. Loved him when he was coming out. He's an absolute wrecking ball. That man never goes down on first contact. Guys just bounce right off of him. So I like him, but I like him going forward. I just wouldn't give up a running back personally. Lamar Jackson versus Denver, Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. CEH for McLaurin. I would do that if I'm getting McLaurin, yeah. Diggs and Javonte Williams for Henry. If you need a running back, yeah, do that. That's solid. Kirk, Callaway, Renfro, or Waddle. Pick one. If I had just one, I'm going to go with Kirk. Jacoby Myers is too overhyped. You think so? I mean, he's been... The thing with Jacoby Myers, he's just getting targets. That's what I like. As long as he's getting targets, I like him. Let's see. Rate my team. Stafford, Derrick Henry. Stafford, Derrick Henry. I mean, I think that team's really solid. I would give it... I would give it an A. Team's really good. Some buffering. Oh no. Is it buffering? CEH or Allen Robinson at flex? CEH for me. What do you think are going to be the top 5 running backs at the end of the season? All right. At the end of the season, I still think if CMC comes back in a week or two, I think that he'll still finish there. Obviously, Dalvin Cook. I believe that Aaron Jones is going to be a top 5 guy. As long as Austin Eckler doesn't get hurt, he could honestly be a top 5 guy in PPR. And then the last guy I'll say is Alvin Kamara. Or I'm sorry, I totally forgot Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry. So I would go. I honestly think Derrick Henry could be running back 1. So I would say Derrick Henry. As long as CMC comes back in a week or two, he'll possibly be like right there. I don't know if maybe number 2. Dalvin Cook, if he comes back and he's okay. Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler would be my top 5. I think that honestly, Alvin Kamara might miss out on the top 5. Might miss out just by a tiny bit. Let's see. Yeah, Myers has never had a touchdown. That's actually a really crazy stat. Mike Clay brought that up. What was it? He's the first player in NFL history to have 100 receptions or something like that. And has never had a touchdown. He's the first player in NFL history, which is pretty insane. So you'd think he's going to score some touchdowns. Oh, I forgot Uzi's question here. Russ over or under 2 passing touchdowns. Ooh, I feel like he gets 2, so I feel like that's a push. I don't like that. If I had to say 1, I would say over, though. I would go with over. I need a quarterback. I have Sam Darnold, Ryan Tannehill. Should I try to trade for a quarterback? Ooh, that is rough. I would try to trade for one, possibly. Look for a team that has, unless this is a 2-quarterback league, then I mean, definitely try to trade for one. But if it's a 1-quarterback league, look for a team that's has 2 guys, and I would try to trade for one of them. Who do I start this week? Evans again. I would target honestly like Fields or Trey Lance. because you could probably get them for really cheap right now. When do I start this week? Or who do I start this week? Evans, Gaskin, or Crowder? Evans for me. I would go with Mike Evans. Full play PPR, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Gibson, Mitchell, Pollard, Montgomery. I would go with Gibson, Montgomery, and my running back would be Mitchell. Derrick Henry for CD and Diggs. If you need wide receivers, yeah, I mean, that's really solid. 2 top 10 guys for me. Kupp and Elijah Mitchell. But, I mean, it would be really hard for me to trade Derrick Henry unless you're fine at the running back position. Kupp and Elijah Mitchell for D-Hop and Gaskin? Absolutely. No. I would want Kupp and Elijah Mitchell, personally. You think I should start Kirk this week against the Rams? It depends on your other options. I think that Kirk is decent, though, this week. Over, under, Eckler, 5 receptions, 50 yards, rushing, 1 touchdown. I'm still going to go with the under receptions. Still going to go under. I think it'll be right there, though. I think he honestly gets 5. I'd probably go under. 50 rushing yards this week. I would go with the over on that, personally. And 1 touchdown. I think he gets a touchdown this week, yeah. Trade Kupp and Elijah Mitchell. Yes, I would do that trade. No, I already said this. I would want Elijah Mitchell and Kupp. Chuba Hubbard or Cordell Patterson. Chuba Hubbard. Zeke will be a top 5 guy. Hey, I love Zeke. I think Zeke is going to is very close to top 5. I think he's absolutely a top 10 guy, but he'll be very close to a top 5 guy. I mean, going into the season, my top 5 running backs were CMC, Dalvin Cook. I guess I didn't have Derrick Henry, but CMC, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Zeke, Aaron Jones. Those are my top 5 running backs going into the season. You think Michael Thomas is going to be good this year? He'll be okay, I think. I would try to trade him when he's right before he comes back is when you should try to trade him because his value is going to be skyrocketed. What do you think about Debo and Keenan Allen ranked? Or where do I have them ranked just this week? I have Keenan Allen at 11, I think. Keenan Allen at 11 and Debo is at 21 this week. Rate my team. We got Allen, Gaskin, Cook, Henderson, Kupp, Ridley, Evans, Logan Thomas, Austin Hooper. I think that team's really solid. I would give that team I would give it an A. That team's really good. I guess I would give it an A- just because of tight end, but you definitely attacked other positions with Logan Thomas as your tight end. I guess I would give it an A, yeah. Buy T. Higgins? Yes, I would buy T. Higgins, absolutely. Get T. Higgins now. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to go for just a couple more minutes here, and then I'm going to hop off. It's been a long stream. How long have I? Nearly 2 hours now. Pretty long stream. I'm honestly going to go live again tonight. So, all right, I'm out, bro. Thanks for the stream. Before I go, are you going to stream during any games tomorrow? Yeah, I remember you saying that last time. I will stream. I'm going to stream for the late night game. It's just, so I have kids, and it's just hit or miss with my kids during the games because I put a lot of effort and don't hang out with them as much as I should because I put a lot of time into what I do here. So it just comes down to when they go to bed, honestly. So Corey Davis or Cole Beasley. Corey Davis for me. PPR, pick 2. Woods, Corey Davis, Jalen Waddle. I would go with Corey Davis out of all of them and Cordell Patterson. Rate my team. Oops. Was there a team? I didn't see a team. Would you trade Alexander Madison and Cordell Patterson for Darrell Henderson? Absolutely, I would do that. Lamar Jackson or Carr? Lamar Jackson, pick 2. No, I got that one already. Question on Boyd. What about Boyd? Did you ask something about Tyler Boyd? If you did, ask it again. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't know what the question is. What's the question on Boyd? Jackson or Carr? Jackson. Edmond or Hubbard? Chase Edmond? I would go with Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Smash that like button. Also, hit subscribe. If you're over on TikTok, you're one of the real OGs. Appreciate you. Let's see. Chris Carson, Gaskin for James Robinson and Corey Davis. I would do that, yeah. Thoughts? what's the question, Glaze? Just like my thoughts on Tyler Boyd? I mean, I like Tyler Boyd. I think that when T. Higgins comes back, though, like, he's going to have his games. It'll just depends on matchups, honestly, with him. Callaway or Christian Kirk? I believe I have Callaway. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I like Tyler Boyd. I liked him a lot this week, honestly. I mean, I wasn't high enough on him, but I did like him this week. But I think that when T. Higgins comes back, like, once again, I don't think he's going to take a back seat or anything, just kind of the lesser option there. But if he has a really good matchup in the slot, I think he'll be really solid flex play. Sheesh. Got Jonathan Taylor for Mark Andrews. That's solid. Zeke and McLaurin for CEH and... Zeke and McLaurin for CH and... No, I would want Zeke and McLaurin. Callaway or Kirk? Callaway or Kirk? Callaway. Ravens activated Le'Veon Bell. Ugh. Yay. Yeah, that's not good for Tyson Williams managers, unfortunately. No bueno. Rate my team: Stafford, Aaron Jones, Mixon, DJ Moore, Davonte Adams, Waller, Robert Woods, Brown. The team's really solid. Who's your other running back? Aaron Jones. Oh, Mixon. I mean, that team's really good. Look at that team in A. I like that team a lot, to be honest with you. How many teams is that? Woods, Patterson, Emmanuel Sanders need one standard. I would go with Woods. Who's getting the better end of the trade? Montgomery and Cook for Eckler and Jonathan Taylor. I would go with Montgomery and Cook just because I value Cook the highest out of them, personally, out of all the players. And I like Montgomery. So I think it's a pretty solid trade, though, honestly. But I'd rather have Dalvin Cook out of all of them. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to be live later tonight as well. Also, I'm going to do a TikTok stream as well. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, it's down in the description. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. If you don't follow on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been fun. Thank you, guys. And have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you guys later. Adios.